Hey VIP friends, I decided to just go live and show you how to make this cold brew, what I call a London fog. So the recipe actually says cold brew lemonade, and you can Google it on the Pampered Chef website. So anyway, I'm really excited to give this a try because I love London fogs. I love nitro cold brew, but I don't have nitro in my house and I don't see that happening anytime soon. I've not been a fan of regular cold brew, and I don't know why. It has a much more subtle flavor than just like iced coffee. So there's a big difference between cold brew and iced coffee. Iced coffee is just cold coffee, coffee that you brew in a typical way, either like with our coffee maker, which I was thinking was behind you. It's out of sight over here, or any other coffee machine. So that's just coffee you've brewed and then you pour over ice. That's iced coffee. Cold brew coffee is brewed cold, and that I showed you the start of it in yesterday's video, and I actually set my timer for 16 hours because my young friend Emily says that's the perfect amount of time. So at 16 hours, the alarm went off and I took out the pods of coffee. So I'm actually saving these to make some coffee chocolate chip cookies, probably tomorrow or Monday. I know, I gotta look at the weather before I think about baking, right? But anyway, so I'm saving the grounds for that, and I'm going to try this cold brew London fog because I think this is going to be the solution for me between really liking cold brew nitro but not liking cold brew plain. And so let's just see. So we are going to use a half cup each of the lemonade and the cold brew. So I've got my little measuring cup here, and we're just going to measure this right into the measuring cup. So on a different day, I might consider eyeballing it, but today's not that day. All right, and then we have our lemonade. Where did I put that? There it is. I left my cream on the back counter here. All right, so we got our lemonade. These are both already chilled, which kind of, helps, I think. It's not going to melt your ice quick. All right, so those are in here, and now we're going to make our cold brew foam. So for that, we are going to use a 1/3 cup of heavy cream. And, oh, I forgot to bring my limoncello over. So a 1/3 cup of cream. So I'm really excited about this syrup because there are definitely things I like lemon flavored, and it's not just for coffee or tea, it's for desserts, and we have all kinds of recipes you can use it for. So I wasn't as ready as I thought I was, sorry about that. Anyway, okay, so for this we need a teaspoon of the limoncello syrup. Now again, this can be to taste, but we're going to start with a teaspoon. We've got the lemonade in there also, and that does not go in that glass. It goes in our foam maker. So this milk frother does hot and cold, and we're doing cold today. I'm going to show you exactly how it's done. So easy, so crazy easy. So easy I can actually do it backwards. In other words, I can do it without really looking at it because I'm facing you. Okay, so we have a teaspoon of our limoncello, so that's what this looks like. These are while supplies last, so just know that. Get this out of the way. I am not going to put that in the sink because I have a feeling that my husband's going to want one. So this has a dial on it with the 4 different settings, and what's really clever is the heated settings are red. When you get to the cold foam, it is blue when you see a little snowflake. And then we're just going to press start, and we're going to have our cold foam ready in just a minute. So while we're waiting for that, we're going to add some ice. This was like the biggest glass I could find, and I don't think it's going to be big enough for the foam. We'll find out in a minute. I don't know. All right. So this takes about 2 minutes. to do its job for warm foam. I don't really know cold foam. This is the first time I've done it. And it's looking pretty good in there. So this is one of those products, if you didn't watch last night's live feed, this is one of those that is going to very quickly pay for itself. You're going to look at the price and go, oh, that's a chunk of change. It is a chunk of change. It's literally, if you're going to the coffee shop at least twice a week and you start making your own, it will pay for itself in a couple weeks. It really will. Because if you're paying $5 or $6 for a coffee, 10 coffees, and it's paid for this. 10 coffees you don't buy because you can make it yourself, it's paid for it. So just keep that in mind. So if you haven't seen the video on girl math and how this girl ends up buying a handbag for free, you really have to find it. It's so funny. And so this is not girl math. This is real math. You buy this baby, make your coffee at home in way less time than it takes to go through the drive-thru at any coffee shop in town. Even if there's no line, it still takes a solid 5 minutes to get through the drive-thru. So to be able to do this at home, oh my gosh, it's going to save you so much time, so much money, and you're going to feel like a pro. All right, so it's done, and oh my gosh, I don't know if you can see this. It is just amazing. Let me get this out of the way. Maybe. Okay, just on the floor. I have to use an extension cord. I don't have an outlet on my island. Maybe by next year. Oh my word, look at this. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm getting a scraper. Oh yeah, that's good. It tastes like lemon meringue or something. I don't know. It is kind of amazing. I'm like trying to get every last little bit out of there. This is like, wow. I mean, the foam is amazing. So let's see what the coffee actually tastes like. So let me see. That's really good. Oh yeah. This to me is the equivalent of hot cocoa with really good whipped cream, where you like have to have a little bit of the whipped cream and a little bit of the hot cocoa at the same time. This is really good. I'll post the recipe link in the comments here. And I'll be back either with more lives or more videos of other things that you can do with the cold brew pitcher, with the electric frother, where did I put it, over here, all the new things, so you can brew up something special this summer and save yourself a lot of money by doing it at home. Have a great afternoon.